My Barbenheimer shirt. You see that?
Oh, heck yeah.
Courtesy of Real Talk. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what should be your favorite film podcast, The Average Film Enjoyer. We are your hosts, Evan and Trey. We are back today with another IMDb episode. We're excited to get into it. We are going to cover some movie news. We are going to cover some what we've been watching. I'm just excited to talk about more Zack Snyder Peak. I don't know if you saw what I rewatched
I didn't.
last night. Was that last night? That was No, the night before.
I didn't, but I'm excited nonetheless.
Oh, it's not Watchmen. It's the other Zack Snyder goated movie.
W.
But yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about our next two IMDb movies, The Third Man, and I didn't get a chance to finish Memories of Murder, so Evan is going to solo that one.
I sure will.
And then at the end of the episode, we will officially announce who our next director deep dive is, and we are both very much looking forward to it.
Let me tell you, if we weren't your favorite film podcast before this, by the time we finish the next director deep dive, we will be. We better be.
Yeah.
Full spoiler alert, we're going to be suffering.
We are. Yeah. It's going to be a real struggle. Especially since I'm like excited. Working so much now and I have less time. I'm going to be like, cool, I just have to watch like this. Awesome, guys.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, but before we get into any of that, Evan, how are you doing? How was your weekend? I know it's only been a couple days since we didn't get our episode out till Saturday, but how you been doing?
It was good. I had a pretty chill weekend and I was off work today. The warehouses at work have been colossally effing up, and we ran out of flour, and we're not getting a flour delivery until next Sunday. So I work tomorrow, and I don't really know what to expect because we have no white flour. We have 4 bags of whole wheat. We have 1 bag of sourdough left. Well, we had 1 bag. I don't know how much is left because I didn't work today. But yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna get into work and I'm probably gonna show up a little early just to see what's going on. But
yeah,
bit chaotic. Today was really chill. I did a bunch of laundry. I watched some movies and then I was like, you know what? I kind of feel like playing Dark Souls 3. So I started Dark Souls 3 this morning. I beat Dark Souls 3 this evening.
That's insane.
Yeah.
How long would that usually take you?
Well, this was my 4th playthrough of it, but this was a fresh character that I just started today. Took me 8 hours to beat the game. It's not an easy game, but there's one weapon that is very overpowered, so I just used that shit because I was like, let's play some Dark Souls. It's been a while. Yeah. So I had fun doing that. I finally got to watch Memories of Murder. I rented it from the library, and it was when I was moving out of my house when all that shit with my mom was going on, so I didn't really lock in. So this was the first real watch, and that was awesome. And then I got to watch The Third Man, which, spoiler alert, I loved it. I'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Chill.
Good.
I have Thursday and Friday off this week, which I'm very excited about.
Hell yeah. That's a W. I'm doing good.
How about you?
Chilling. Tired. I'm really tired. I haven't had a day off since last Sunday. So
when's your next one off?
Saturday.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, I am not getting out of my chair in my room. I am literally just sitting here all day playing video games and watching movies.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing good. Work was good today. Got to use the sweeper, which is like a miniaturized street sweeper. So I just drive around for like 3 hours, sweeping the warehouse.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, threw in my headphones, listened to last week's episode of the Film Scoop. I haven't listened to today's episode yet, but I've been hearing good things about it. What else? What else? What else? That's pretty much it. I just been working. Had my last shift at Chipotle on Sunday. I think I already talked about that. When did we record our?
Sunday.
Oh yeah, because it was after I got off work. Oh god, we were
Yeah.
really late. Um, yeah. So, and I'm still like trying to figure out like when is a good time for me to bust out our movies for our episodes that we're doing.
Yeah.
Just like with this new work schedule, I have a lot less time on my hands,
Yeah.
which is why I wasn't able. But now I'm like, okay, I just got to start busting them out on the weekend, and
Yeah, you're
I'll
gonna
probably
have to carve a nice chunk of time out for the Deer Hunter next week because that's a long movie.
no, I'll watch that this weekend. I've seen that
Yeah.
though. So,
Yeah.
have you seen The Deer Hunter?
Yeah, I watched it in university, but I've only seen
God,
it once, and
it's so good. It is
Yeah, it's
so
really
good.
good.
I watched it for the first time back in November.
nice.
But yeah, I'm
Well,
doing
I'm
good.
excited to watch
chilling.
it again. It's a rough
It's a
movie.
heavy
Bit of a-
movie.
Bit of
It
a
is
downer. You could say it's a
yeah.
little bit of a downer.
But I mean, you got John Cassell, you got young De Niro, young Christopher Walken, young Meryl Streep. It's
peak.
just a stacked cast. Man.
yeah, I'm excited
It's
for that.
so good.
And we get to double feature that with the little Bergie.
Yeah, I'm looking
I think you'll
forward
like
to that
this
episode.
one. I think you'll like it.
But yeah, I'm
Sounds
doing good. I'm excited to
Okay.
get into it today.
Yeah, I
Movie news. Let's get into it.
Did we talk about? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say one big thing I want to talk about first. It's not really a headline, but I just want to because we haven't talked about it in a while. So one of my buddies on TikTok, his handle is Stone Medical Movie Man. Go check him out. He makes really in-depth and entertaining content. Anything pertaining to movies. Shout out to Stone. Really good dude. Love his content. One of my favorite creators out there right now. But he posted a video this weekend about Longlegs, which we were like glazing hardcore when that first
Yeah, I'm
trailer
very
came out.
excited.
And I don't think we've really talked about it since. But he like broke down all the marketing and all the different clips they've done and all the different little teasers they've done and basically was like, here's everything, and this is why you should be terrified of this movie. And it like revamped my hype
Yeah,
for that movie. I'm so unbelievably excited.
Same.
Like, I'm more excited for this than I was for Late Night with the Devil. And that's another thing we get to talk about. We'll talk about it before we do Watch List, because
Yeah.
we both watched Late Night with the Devil. I'm really excited to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you follow me on Letterboxd, you know how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm so excited.
Yeah, Long Legs is going to be amazing.
Yeah. And it's like their marketing is perfect. You don't even know what the
it's
movie's
amazing.
about or anything. And he, in his TikTok, he played that clip where you hear Nicolas Cage for the first time, his voice, and you're just like, oh, it's
Yeah.
so creepy. And after watching Black Coat's Daughter, too, which is the same director, Osgood Perkins,
Yeah.
it's just like,
I need to watch that again.
yeah, it's so damn good. I'm just so excited for that movie. It could not come out any sooner.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to
Heck yeah.
I just
I'm very
wanted
excited for
to
that.
shout that out. Let's see. I mean,
The first thing I want to shout out, it's not big movie news, but Monkey Man is now available to rent or stream.
oh man,
Watch it. It's
yeah,
a
I'll have to go
criminal
check that out.
activity that they put this on streaming so fast because it's amazing. And yeah, go watch it. It rips. It's amazing. So yeah, go watch Monkey Man. And if you've seen it, comment. Tell me if you like it as much as I do because that movie is amazing. The hypest news since Sunday that I've seen came out today. Severance Season 2 has wrapped filming. I don't know if you've seen Severance.
no,
It's so good. I'm gonna
no,
rewatch
but
it.
I've heard really good things. It's
Oh,
with
it's Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, yeah, love
Yeah,
him.
and it's directed and written by Ben Stiller. Oh my god, it's so good. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
Season
I'll
one
have
ends
to
on a
check
huge
out.
cliffhanger, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I'll have to check out the first season before that comes
Yeah.
out.
The
Should we talk about? We got the newest trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine.
oh yeah, let's
Um, I am more excited for it now after seeing this trailer than I was before.
same.
Um,
I
this
I
this trailer
Yeah, go ahead.
focuses a lot less on the TVA and a lot more on the dynamic in between them. And
Yeah.
I don't usually like Ryan Reynolds. I don't find him that funny, and he plays the same character and like the same humor in every single movie. So if you don't find it funny, then you're not gonna like any movie he's in.
Yeah.
But I am cautiously hopeful for this. I think Hugh Jackman is going to carry this movie on his back, and I'm really looking forward to it. I also really like Sean Levy as a director. I think he
Same,
makes fun movies.
Yeah, I like this trailer. I am cautiously optimistic. I
Yeah.
hate that they jumped through the Doctor Strange portal at the end. Like,
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
it's like the last frame of the trailer. We don't need that.
Yeah.
Me and Trey were talking about it. Like, we said we want this to be a buddy road trip comedy action whatever. Like, focus on the two of them. Don't involve the rest of that MCU blah, the multiverse, all that shit. Like, keep that to a minimum because Deadpool is funny. Logan is amazing dynamic just from like the few bits that we've seen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gory. That trailer was super violent, and that's the shit that I want. So
Yep.
I'm definitely I love both of the Deadpool movies. Genuinely, I think they're hysterical. I haven't seen them in a while. They might not have aged as well, but like I love Deadpool. I love Ryan Reynolds. That's my Canadian Pookie.
What about Gosling? Dude?
Yeah, I know, but they're too different. They're very different. It's like 1A and 1B. It's like Sophie's Choice. It's impossible.
I mean, I don't really think it's Sophie's choice. I think it's a pretty easy choice, but hey, man, that's just me.
Gosling. Yeah, that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm more optimistic than I was. I don't. Yeah, again, I'm worried that it's gonna be multiverse mess. So
Yeah,
prove me wrong.
and I think
please.
that's a valid worry.
Yeah, prove me wrong. I'm really hoping I'm proven wrong, and I'm gonna go see it when it comes out. I
Yeah.
hope it's fun. I'll probably go to the VIP theater so that there's no children in my screening because I don't want any yelling. Call me a loser, but I want a nice quiet theater. I'm not about
Yeah.
that cheering and shit. Anyway,
That's
yeah,
all I had for movie news.
yeah,
I think that's about it.
yeah, I have one more thing, Trey, and this I hope excites you as much as it excites me. First look at Russell Crowe in The Exorcism. This film follows an actor who starts to mentally unravel whilst filming a supernatural horror movie.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes.
I don't need any more.
Yes.
Give it to me.
Yep. I knew you were going to be on this page, dude. Sorry. Give it to me. That sounds amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Russell
I
Crowe
mean-
pulled it up.
Russell Crowe in any type of exorcism movie? Yes. We saw The Pope's Exorcist. We appreciated The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah.
That is a movie with insanely high rewatchability. If you're like, no, that movie's dumb, it's not fun, you are lying to yourself. That movie is an absolute blast.
Yep. If you put Russell Crowe on a moped, shit talking literal demons, yeah, I'm sad. So make this movie cheesy. Take itself seriously to the point where it's funny, because that's what The Pope's Exorcist does, because that movie takes
Well,
itself...
I also think that this could be really good if it's like an elevated horror. Something like
Yeah.
Hereditary or something.
Yeah,
It really depends on who's directing it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the trailer and see what vibes this is going to have, because I'm
Yeah.
sat regardless. I'll go see that shit no matter what. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Russell
that's all I
Crowe
have.
on a moped is the ultimate vibe.
We need to watch party that sometime too. That movie's so good.
It's
So
so
much
good.
fun. Yeah. Let's talk about Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah. Uh, uh,
It's awesome.
it's so good. It is
Yeah.
so good. Oh my gosh. It. Do you mind if I go first?
Yeah, go.
I think this movie, it balances two things really, really, really well. It balances the seriousness and scariness of a good horror film and the goofiness of a horror film. And I feel like it balances so well. The practical effects are goofy at the perfect times and really
Yeah.
silly looking. And
Also-
then they're really real and realistic looking at the perfect times.
Yeah.
This
we
movie
will
is
be we'll be talking spoilers, not right now, but we'll make it clear I'm going to talk spoilers because there's some scenes towards the end I want to talk about. We'll make it clear
Yeah.
to skip ahead if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
I think, holy cow, I only have 2 movies for the watch list today. I only have one because we're talking about Late Night with the Devil right now. No, this, I mean, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I don't think this is a perfect movie, but I think this is a perfect horror movie. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
I get it.
it has every element that you could need for a good horror movie.
Yeah. It's not boring. It's extremely entertaining, very well paced.
Yeah,
It's
it gets your
fun as
heart
hell to
beating.
watch.
There's a few moments that are kind of creepy. I mean, this is like a perfect horror movie. And
Yeah,
I
there's
think
two
it is
scenes that are really creepy.
exactly. Your opening thoughts. Let's hear them.
It is just I was super stoked to watch this movie. The vibes are off the charts. It embodies
Yeah.
the 70s talk show host feels so well. Davis Dasmalchian, like, we got to talk about how phenomenal he is in a leading role. Give him more leading roles because he can carry a film. He's amazing in this.
He's so good.
He's in every
so
movie
good.
ever. Put him at the front of more movies because he can do it. I promise you, studios. Watch this movie and just put him in front of every movie. I'm sorry for cutting you off so much. I feel bad.
No. Go for it.
Yeah, this movie is just fun. The moment I finished it, I was like, yeah, I'm watching this every single Halloween until I die because this is
yeah.
an impeccable Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Excuse
Agreed.
me. We talk about like slashers and whether they fit the Halloween vibe and stuff like that. This is a different kind of it's a demonic possession movie to an extent, and it's oh my god, it hits every single Halloween vibe. Gus, his co-host, hysterical. Bits. Okay, I'll wrap up my opening thoughts and then we'll go into spoilers. This movie is really fun. The performances are great. Yeah, the practical effects are epic. It's really funny. It's intense. The pacing's great. The runtime's not too long. It's like the credits rolled at like an hour and 28 minutes, I think. Yeah, go watch it. It's on Shudder now, so you can watch for free. Get a free trial if you don't have Shudder. Go watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you want to get into spoilers?
Yeah, let's talk about Christu. Let's kick it off with the
So
the psychic.
first I want to ask
Oh, okay. Yeah.
what you said there's 2 moments that scared you, and then we'll get in the goofy stuff.
Yeah.
What are the 2 moments that scared you in this movie?
The initial demon scene when
she's
Lily is strapped down and the voice changes, and
that
she's
was so creepy.
Dude, super creepy, and she's panicking like she sees the audience. Like, that scene is such a great. It reminds me of the scene in The Conjuring 2 on the couch. Like the first time they talk to the demon, it's very reminiscent of that, and everyone's really panicking, and like the producers think it's a joke, and it's like this isn't real. It's very, very similar to that scene, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
The TV set makes for such a great like set piece, and the lights are busting out, the electricity's
Mm-hmm.
flying everywhere. That scene is so much fun to watch. The other scene, which is my favorite scene in the movie, is the worm scene. Oh my
Oh,
god, it is
dude.
so
I
good.
was like, the effects look really goofy
Yeah.
there. They look really goofy, but it is disgusting.
Well, it's cool because like the first bit of that scene isn't like crazy over the top goofy, where it like comes out of the like big cut on his neck and then his stomach, like that's like 70s gore, and then his
Mm-hmm.
eyes turn it, and it's like David Cronenberg the Fly, like super over the top body horror, really goofy, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is such a fun scene, and oh my god, it's so entertaining after that scene ends when you watch Carmichael uh show manipulating them, because like
Mm-hmm.
even though it wasn't real, it still feels earned, you know what I mean? Like it's a
Yeah.
really, because that's the whole point of his characters. Like this is bullshit, like let me show you how easy it is.
Yeah.
So I love that scene. I think that the payoff of hypnotizing an entire crowd except for like what, two or three people that were like, oh, I didn't see anything, very
Yeah.
satisfying. That scene is just a blast.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we got like maybe a little more body horror, because
Well,
but
we
also like
outside of that, we get a few things.
yeah, also like I mean at the end of the movie when Lily's head splits in half and she's just on a rampage dropping bodies, poor Gus gets his head turned backwards, like
Yeah, that was crazy.
yeah,
I
that
was like,
massacre is
oh
crazy.
shoot!
Yeah, it's the third act of the movie is crazy as shit, but those two scenes are really
Yeah.
effective and super creepy.
Yeah.
Did you have any other
Um,
scenes that really made your spine tingle?
no, you got them. Those were definitely the ones for me. Um, I thought that well, I liked the shout to Bohemian Grove, and how that was a big plot point because that's like an actual thing. Bohemian Grove is a place where like Hollywood and the world elite go. It's like a retreat center, and there's been like people who have snuck in and taken videos of them doing like rituals like they talk about in the movie.
Yeah, that
Um,
was really cool.
which I liked that they had like the actual guts to put that in the movie
Hmm.
to kind of call them out.
Right.
Um, which is a great thing about indie movies because it's like there's no insane like higher ups that are like, no, you absolutely cannot have this in here.
Yeah.
They're like, we're just gonna put whatever we want in here. Um, so I really liked that. I know your review said you felt like the ending was a bit rushed. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Because I felt like the ending was perfect. I felt it was very
Yeah.
fitting. I
The
thought
more
it
I
was a
sit
great
with it, the
ending.
more I think I was wrong. I think that it's just because this movie goes from like not 0 to 100, but it goes from pretty contained to fucking balls to the walls so fast.
Yeah,
And I was like, man, this is crazy. But the more I sit with it, the more I'm like, this is exactly what it was going for. Like it builds and builds, and it starts
Yeah.
as like it's funny, and they're playing a lot of jokes, and the Christu scene is super intense, and then you find out he dies, and it's like, oh god, um, that's really intense, and
yeah,
a lot of the first 2/3 of this movie is mind games before it
Mhm.
explodes into full blown demon shit, body horror. I
Yeah.
yeah I don't. Yeah, I kind of take back what I said. That was just like a really brief. But the more I stew on it, the more I'm just like, man, that was just like such a fun movie and such a fun
Yeah.
third act. But you know what I mean? How like this movie, it's not a
It
slow
really
burn
it picks
at
up
all.
really quick.
Yeah, it picks up very quickly, and it's not a slow burn movie at all. Like it's 90 minutes, and
Yeah.
it's never slow. Like the movie takes place in like over
Yeah.
like a couple hours. Like there's always shit
Yeah.
going on. It's just like pretty self-contained mess with your mind until it's like, yeah, this girl is slitting someone's throat with a rosary and melting people alive and splitting her head open. Like
Yeah.
the third act of the movie is bonkers, and I'm gonna watch it again for sure. We should watch it together because me and Trey
should.
get to watch this together. But
Sad times. Sad
Yeah.
times at the El Royale.
yeah, sad times at the El Royale. Yeah, it's just more like how fast it goes from 0 to 100 in respect to the rest of the movie. But I don't
Yeah.
think it's a bad thing at all.
Mhm.
I think the set is phenomenal. It feels like a real TV set. I love the intro setting up like it's a true crime documentary, and it's like this is you're about to see. It's like the same as the beginning of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where it's like what you're about to see is the real accounts. I love that.
Or like Hell House.
Yes, like Hell House, and I love the changes in aspect ratio, and then when it splits to like 2 screens and it goes to black and white sometimes.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it feels very authentic in a really cool way, like the behind the scenes stuff being in black and white at times. Like it's just cool. This movie is oozing style,
Yeah.
and we thrive on that because there's a lot of unauthentic, unoriginal horror movies coming out, and this is not one of them at
Yeah.
all. This movie is awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for October to watch. I'll probably watch it a couple times before October because it's just a fun movie. But
Yeah.
it
If
is
we do
going into the
Hooptober again,
Oh,
this
yeah.
will be on our Hooptober.
absolutely.
Yeah,
it's
but
awesome.
I don't even
It's
know if I want to do that again.
I need to look through it because I don't really know what it entails. But
Hooptober, it's just like we just did it. I know there's like certain formulas where it's like, all right, and then this day you watch this kind of movie, and then this day you watch a movie starting with the letter A. We just kind of did it where we watched a horror movie every day, and then at the end of the month we did a Tobe Hooper movie. Which if we're doing just a Tobe Hooper movie at the end of the month this year, we're doing Poltergeist. Have you ever seen Poltergeist, Evan?
oh yeah, I adore Poltergeist.
Okay. Yeah,
It's one of my
I have
favorite
that
horror
movie
movies
at a
of all
5
time.
stars.
Same.
It's so good.
I adore
Somehow the scariness of Tobe Hooper with like the lightheartedness of a Steven Spielberg script
Yeah.
is just like perfect.
It's
It is
phenomenal.
so good. I love that movie. But yeah, I mean, Late Night with the Devil, excellent.
It's awesome.
Should we get into watch list?
Yes, sir.
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 3, and then Memories of Murder and Third Man.
Okay. I'll just do mine
Actually-
and then you can bust out your 3.
Wait. Yeah. Did I talk about Hard to Be a God?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I got 3. Okay.
Okay. All right. My one and only review for the day. I rewatched Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition, the only edition, in my opinion. I've had this first time I watched this 4 stars. I felt a bit influenced by the people around me. I was like, I feel like 4 is fair. I feel like 4 is a lot higher than what a lot of people have it at. Second time, I said, screw the people, 4.5. Can't put it at a 5, though. I put it at a 5. My review literally just says, yeah, Mom, please skip ahead like 15 seconds. My review says, yes, my dick is hard.
Yep.
Because that's the entire movie. It's so good.
It's just awesome.
I am tired of hiding. I will not hide anymore. Yes, I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Sue me.
Spitting.
And how and you know like how there's the whole like post-apocalyptic sequence where he's
Yeah.
like dreaming, like having like
Yeah,
a
it's awesome.
premonition about the future. Yeah, people are like, nah, Batman isn't supposed to kill people. You know what
Man.
happens when a character is created in the 1930s? These characters evolve as the world evolves around them. If you compare the Batman in the comics today to the Batman in the comics from the 1930s, it is loads different. But
Yeah.
you people who are like, nah, Batman doesn't kill people, you're the same people. Like, if you truly believe that, then stick to the fact that 1930s Batman, that's the only Batman. If you think that a character isn't capable of change, this is a Batman that we see. It's the end of the world. There is no rules. There is nothing. And it's just like, I don't know. I like it. I like that Zack Snyder went there. I think that idea of the Snyderverse with like Darkseid and Superman destroying the world and that, I think that we got robbed. I think that would have been... I think Snyder is at his best when he's doing DC. And we just got robbed there.
Yeah.
Like, truly, that would have been... I still want it.
Speaking of Darkseid, I finished Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's one of the best sci-fi stories of all time. And the guy that voices and plays Darkseid is the one who narrates the book.
Yeah.
He killed it. Yeah. Also, I'm tired of pretending that Jesse Eisenberg sucks as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. People talk
okay.
about it as one of the worst performances of all time. Get that shit out of here.
First of all, I understand because he takes Lex Luthor in a direction to which Lex Luthor is not usually taken. Lex Luthor is a very calm, cool, collected, high intellectual, like that's who he is. Jesse Eisenberg is kind of like unhinged, high on Adderall, neurotic,
Adderall, yeah, super neurotic.
just cracked out of his mind. And guess what? I love it. That
It's
scene
super entertaining.
where he's talking to Holly Hunter in his office and he's doing the on the table where he's like wrapping his fingers, and Hans Zimmer cooking up one of the most insane villain themes, the don don don.
Yeah.
It's just, God, dude, he is so good as Lex Luthor.
Yeah. I don't understand why people hate it so much. Also,
I
Batman
really
vs. Superman Dawn of Justice gives us the best shot of Batman ever of all time.
Is
Of
it the
him
one where
perched-
he's looking up and the lightning strikes?
It's when he's perched on that tower and the rain is coming down, the lightning's flashing. Hold on.
Oh, I think it's the one in the beginning where the cops show up to where all the people are being held in the cell, and they're like looking for him, and he's in the corner, like perched up in the corner between the ceiling and the wall, and they look around and it's just like Batman just dum.
Yeah.
Ah, it's just so cool. It's so cool. That movie is just so damn good. That's my one watch. Who knows? I may just throw it on after we're done recording. I could be down for another rewatch. I think I will. I just love it so much. I love it.
It's peak.
It is peak. I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to turn it on after this.
Okay.
So let's hurry up, Evan. It's 3 hours.
Yeah. I watched Hard to Be a God, which I can't pronounce who directed it. It's a Russian movie.
Yeah.
It's adapted from a book. It's one of the coolest premises I've ever heard in my entire life about some scientists who are sent to a foreign planet that is stuck in the Dark Ages to try and incite a renaissance without killing anybody.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, this movie is like Santa and Tango, if it was cool to look at. It's the same scene over and over again for 3 hours straight. Doesn't have a lot to say in my opinion. It's kind of boring. It looks phenomenal and it has some cool scenes, but yeah, it didn't do much.
Sounds
for
like
me.
it's right up Jagger's alley.
Yeah, 2.5. It's fine. I'll maybe revisit it at some point. Maybe I'll change. And then I was like, you know what? I was laying in bed. I wasn't ready for bed. I wanted to watch some more foreign stuff. I watched Persona again. Persona is fantastic. I adore Persona. 5 stars. It's one of Bergman's best. Absolutely fantastic film. Yeah, incredible character study. Bergman, I will forever say, is the best director of actors ever. He directs actors like nobody else can, and we'll talk about it again next Tuesday on Wild Strawberries, which is fantastic. Yeah, Persona is just phenomenal. Intense psychological thriller. I love it. And then I watched Sinister, which I had not seen since I was let's see when did this movie come out. 2012. I was 13 years old when I last watched this movie.
So good.
I heard Cash spitting about it. I was listening to an old scoop when I was at work just making some bread. Sinister is freaking amazing. It's beyond
so
disturbing.
Good.
It is so effective and creepy as shit. The mood is so dark, and it's scary and creepy and violent and disturbing, and yeah, it's so good. Sinister's phenomenal. 4.5. I love Sinister. Sinister is amazing. Yeah. I'm glad I rewatched it. Yeah. Do you want me?
Or you got
yeah, that's it. Do you want me to do Memories of Murder?
And then we'll chat about Third Man.
Yeah. So today I watched Memories of Murder. It's on Canopy, which shout out Canopy for link your library card to this, and it's got like every movie ever on it, and it's free. So yeah, watch it on there. This is as good as Parasite in my opinion. This is one of the best mystery suspense thrillers ever. It is extremely entertaining. It has so many hysterical moments. The drop kicks are fucking hysterical every time they happen.
Jumps down. I see what you're talking about now.
He does that multiple times, Trey. It's so funny, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, the everything about this movie is just fantastic. It is a super intriguing and thrilling murder mystery. Song Kang-ho is fantastic as what's his name in the movie? I can't remember. Detective Park. Yeah, he's fantastic. I love him. It's very disturbing and intense, and it has a super chilling ending. Very effective movie. I adore it. I want to watch it again. I want to own it. It's beautiful to look at. There's some great camera work in the rain, especially. The second half of the movie has some plot points that had my jaw just like, oh, like, fuck. Oh my god, this is crazy. Like, really intense stuff. This movie had me wanting to rewatch I Saw the Devil, honestly.
Holy peak.
Yeah. I really loved it. Bong Joon-ho just can't miss. He really can't. Memories of Murder is one of the best thrillers, mystery movies of all time. I have it right there with Seven, which some people don't like as much as I do. I think Seven is David Fincher's second best movie. But it's very similar. Yeah, I know. It kind of feels like Seven in a fact that they're trying to hunt down this killer. The killer keeps killing, can't figure it out. It's just phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. I'm so glad that I watched it again. And when you finish it off, Trey, we'll talk about it more. But yeah, Memories of Murder is just phenomenal. The score is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. That's one thing I noticed because I had about an hour 25 left. So I was probably a third of the way through.
Yeah. It's not a super long movie.
No, it's not. It's just over 2 hours.
Yeah.
I did notice that the score, I really enjoyed the score.
Yeah, the score is really, really good.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to talk about the score for The Third Man.
Yeah, insane score.
It's literally the SpongeBob score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a lot more to say about Memories of Murder because I don't want to spoil anything. But we'll when Trey finishes it, we'll talk spoilers because there's some stuff in the third act that's pretty crazy. But I'll leave it at that for now, and we'll continue that at some point. It's 5
Does it
stars,
belong on
easy
the
5
IMDb
stars.
top 250?
Absolutely, it's high. It should be higher than this, way higher, top 50, maybe higher, top 25. There's some shit in the top 25, but that should be lower. This is a fantastic movie. I think it's number 46 on the Letterboxd top 250, 45, somewhere around there. I think that's a better spot for it. Yeah, I love it. Let's talk The Third Man. You want to kick it off?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is like the OG crime thriller.
Yeah, we got a great double feature this week. Like,
I know they really
unintentionally.
They
and
really,
I watched these movies back to back. Yeah.
So yeah, this is like the OG crime thriller. It's great. I don't think I gave it a 3.5. So it was, for me, it wasn't anything special. You have the classic cat versus cat chasing mouse, kind of plot idea. You see, like, you recognize that a lot of movies pulled from this one. That's what's interesting about watching these, like this is the OG of this genre.
This is an old movie. This is from 1949. This is an old ass movie.
Yeah. So I always find that interesting, being like, oh, they pulled this movie pulled this from this movie. Even if the movie, like, I don't love it, like, it's still interesting watching it. The biggest thing I wanted to point out, you're right, this movie did come out in 49. There's a movie where a woman is topless. There's a scene where a woman he's in a strip club, and this woman has her boobs out with just, like, pasties on. So she's basically topless, dancing around in 1949. How insane is that?
Dude, there's this line that made me laugh so hard when Martins is he's at this hotel and he's talking to the, like, bellhop about who's
is it the striptease line?
Yeah, dude, the striptease line made me laugh so hard. He's like,
what did we have the other night? Oh, the striptease? Oh yes, the Hindu dancers.
Dude, I was dying laughing at that line. That was so really out of funny. Pocket. This isn't a comedy, by the way, and there's not that many comedic moments, and this shit just came out of nowhere. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard. I give this a 4.5. I think this is a wickedly entertaining film. I love noir. It's one of my favorite genres.
Yeah.
The pacing is phenomenal. The score is so whimsical and playful. It is weird. And also the intro credits were so cool, where it was like all the strings, vibrating to the music. I love that. That was really cool. Performances are great. It's got that, like, classic noir type dialogue. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And I always find that really entertaining. It gave me vibes of, like, Double Indemnity and some Billy Wilder stuff, where it's like this really fast-paced, tight-knit thriller. And Billy Wilder is one who really exemplifies that. You watch an old movie and you see what people pull from it. Like Sunset Boulevard, when you watch it, Trey, you're going to be like, yeah, Babylon.
Well, I've also never seen Babylon, so...
What?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my god. Okay, we'll double feature it. We'll watch it soon. But yeah, I really love that feeling of, man, you see the blueprint, and sometimes the blueprint is, like, pretty rough, and you're like, oh yeah, there's pieces here that people have borrowed from. That's a strong blueprint for the crime thriller.
Yeah.
And it's a really intriguing premise, because it's not like a big murder goes down or anything. It's like, nah, this guy goes to visit his friend and his friend is dead. And he's like, well, what's going on here? It's not some big cop murder mystery thing. Yeah. It's just the dude trying to figure out what went down. And it's like a pretty subdued story that grows and grows. And there is a scene. I had seen a picture of this scene. I won't say anything, as I feel like people probably haven't seen this movie, and hopefully we can convince them to, because it's a really fun watch. But
Yeah.
Orson Welles is in this movie. He's in the credits. Like, that's not a spoiler. The first time he shows up in this movie is such an iconic shot. I've seen that shot so many times, and I was like, holy shit, that is where it's from. And it's this devilish smile, and oh my god, it's so good. This movie just put a smile on my face of like kind of following the story. It's not a super hard to follow movie, and it's not one where you're like actively trying to figure out what's going on. It's like you're there for the ride, you know?
Exactly.
It's nothing complex in a sense where there's layers that you're trying to dig through. It's just like, oh yeah, there's a murder going on, and the main character's trying to figure out. I'm gonna follow along and just observe. And I think this is a very easy watch. This is a super fun movie, and I could easily see myself throwing this back on a day where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in the mood for a noir, like kind of a fun noir, because there's super gritty noir that is super dark and really like Seven, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you have this, which is extremely entertaining, pretty lighthearted for the most part, except for the whole leukemia thing.
Yeah.
In the third act, that kind of took me by surprise. But yeah, this is just a fun movie. I'm really glad I watched it. And when they name dropped the name of this movie, I was locked in so hard. Like I did this where I was like chilling, and then they name dropped the movie, and it was like, okay, let's get it.
Yeah.
The Third Man. Yeah, I just had a blast with it. I think it's a really fun movie. The performances are great. The score had me laughing, but also like really kind of fit the lighthearted nature. It's weird to call it lighthearted, but like the casual nature of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's literally SpongeBob music. Like they took it straight from this movie. Yeah. It's so weird, but yeah, I just really love these old style noirs. You know, I mean, you could watch a black and white noir now. I'm sure they're out there, but like, you go back to the Blueprint, and this is that, and it's just fun. It's really fun. I'm glad that I watched it.
Did you watch this with Ferdinand?
No, we were going to, but he wanted to start it earlier, and I was watching Memories of Murder when he messaged me, and I had my phone off because it's not in English.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you said I said what I wanted to say. Third Man, Memories of Murder, both belong in the IMDb Top 250. To give you guys a general idea of what our next couple episodes are going to be looking like, give me one sec. I need to pull up our next director on Letterboxd.
Yeah, next Tuesday. Jesus, next Tuesday is Wild Strawberries and The Deer Hunter.
Yeah, next Tuesday that'll be awesome. So on Friday, we will be starting. Do you want to do 3 a week?
Yeah.
Okay. God, he has so many.
We'll just bust through it, dude. We gotta get through it quick.
Dude, his first movie only has 1 log on Letterboxd.
I know. The good thing about this is that we'll get watch parties for these because people always want to watch them.
Okay, here's the thing. Let me say this before I reveal. Our listeners... You guys! I can't do this! I barely have time to watch movies anyway. Yeah, our next few movies... our next director is the man himself, Jeff Profit. Probably the worst director of all time.
We have 14 movies ahead of us.
God, screw me.
Actually, yeah, 14.
Yeah, so Jeff Profit, featuring films such as Just Caught a Body, Queen of the Trap House, Full Clip for a Snitch, 10 kilos in the trunk, getting to the plug. God, dude.
I hate that I've seen all of those movies you just mentioned.
I can't do this. Yeah, so Friday we will be reviewing Violent Justice, Factory of Paranormal, and Something Crashed in the Woods. Which I don't know how we're gonna watch that. You literally can't.
We might have to skip that one if we can't find it anywhere. It's
You
probably
can't
not even on
find
the
it
pirate sites.
on anywhere. It has 53 logs.
I'll watch Factory of Paranormal with you if you need, but
No, I'll
it's
probably
really
just watch
bad.
it by myself.
It's really bad. Like, literally, play the most intense video game you could possibly play so you don't have to pay attention to this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be reviewing those this Friday.
I gotta say, it sounds kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. Rogue
What?
detective going crazy.
Violent Justice.
Yeah, Jeff Prophet's the main character, and he's this rogue detective that just starts popping off. Sounds kind of hype. But yeah, we'll get a watch party going for a bunch of these.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
We'll save Killer Baby Mama, and we'll double feature that with Killer Baby Daddy.
Okay. Yeah, so we're doing that. And then next Friday will be both Queen of the Trap House movies.
Heck yeah.
And Deceitful Tendencies.
I've never even heard of this one.
God.
It's got 7 logs. 7 logs.
Screw you guys! I can't do this! And then the Tuesday after Deer Hunter, what are we doing? Let me see. I don't have my IMDb list pulled up.
I got it.
We would be doing another Buster Keaton, The General, and In the Name of the Father with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, yeah, that's a Michael Mann movie. I've wanted to watch that.
Cool.
Oh, wait, no, that's not a Michael Mann one. I was thinking of Last of the Mohicans.
Michael Mann did Last of the Mohicans?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So join us for those. As usual, leave us a like, comment, subscribe, follow, wherever the heck you're listening to this.
Heck yeah.
All that good stuff. God, we will unfortunately see you on Friday.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this
Friday.
to us. I can't believe you've done this.
I'm going to watch them tomorrow. I just got to get it over with.
All right, I'm going to go cry. Everybody
Yeah.
have a good rest of your night.